In 1914, at the Rotary International Convention held in Houston, Anne Brunier, the only female, accompanied her husband with some 60 other delegates. The second woman to accompany her husband to a convention was also named Anne. And so it just seemed natural to name the wives of Rotarians Rotary Anns.
In September 1926, Ethel Gray, the wife of Mr. James Gray, president of the Rotary Club of Johannesburg in 1926-1927, took the initial steps in organizing the Rotary Anns into a constituent body when she invited the wives of Rotarians to a tea party to discuss the idea. The object of the Rotary Anns of Johannesburg were to help Rotarians in their duties and particularly help the service committee in any community effort. They could give advice and active assistance. The Anns operated as a loosely knit association until 1940, when it was suggested that a constitution should be drafted and adopted. The purpose was so that the Rotary Anns could use the proceeds of Mrs. Gertrude King bequest to the Anns for Samaritan purposes. During the Second World War, the Anns assisted with sewing and knitting services, many of them commissioned for special purposes. The Rotary Club formed the War Widows and Orphans Guardianship Scheme, and the Anns threw their full weight into caring for the widows and orphans. The Johannesburg Anns were the first organization to assist Meals on Wheels when it was started by the Congregational Church. Old age homes and creches have always been a particular care for the Anns, supporting with food, repairs, maintenance, special parties and gifts at Christmas. A huge success story was a 10-year project undertaken in the Winterveld. It all started in 1985, when the Anns donated 4 knitting machines, a lot of wool to the northern part of the Winterveld. The eagerness of the people of Winterveld to learn new skills led to preschool teacher training, knitting, sewing and typing courses, practiced welding, carpentry, watch and radio repairs, as well as brick making as small businesses. The Rotary Anns facilitated the building of a preschool and 2 primary schools. The women in the community made the bricks, and the men built the structures from scratch, using the skills brought through the Rotary Anns. In collaboration with the Rotary Club of Johannesburg, funding was obtained through matching grants. Who said the Anns of Rotary only have the nurturing role? The Anns, just like their Rotarians, are a force to be reckoned with and have changed countless lives through their efforts and networks. The Anns of Johannesburg are considered and valued as full Rotarians. Somebody said that it couldn't be done. But, she with a chuckle replied, that maybe it couldn't, but she would be the one who wouldn't say so till she tired. So she buckled right in, with a trace of a grin on her face. If she worried, she did it. She started to sing as she tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and she did it. The legacy of the Anns will continue. Without your efforts, support and tenacity, the Rotary Club of Johannesburg would not achieve the remarkable and unquestionable 100-year legacy. Carol, Avril, Helen, Chloe, Gloria, Anne, and Rosemary, thank you for your years of service, You are inspirational.